As Jeffco Schools prepares to close buildings for lack of students, other districts are seeing a surge in enrollments, and they know that they could be where Jeffco is in the future. So how do you even plan for something like that, to both avoid crowding school classrooms now and breaking families' hearts with school closures later? Our Anusha Roy asked around.
It's a feeling.
Hard on communities. I know it's hard on neighborhoods.
27J Superintendent Chris Fidler shares when he thinks about families in Jeffco and the families in his own district.
I believe strongly that 27J schools is where Jeffco was probably 30 or 40 years ago.
The district covers Brighton, Thornton, and Commerce City and is seeing 500 to 1,000 new students a year and could reach 50,000 over the next 15 to 20 years.
The common misperception that, the growth should fund itself in terms of new students, and it's true in that we get an additional amount per student. For us, it's about $9,200 a student from the State Finance Act.
But it's not the whole story.
We are operating on about 80% of the revenue that everyone else is.
Voters did approve a bond which helps them build out space for students, but the district has also seen failed mill levy overrides. This is a challenge for 27J. They tend to ask for higher tax increases, in part because property values in this district are not as high as other metro areas.
We're really at a competitive disadvantage in terms of pay.
But it has not stopped people with their young kids from moving in.
I say they're affordable, but that sounds funny, but comparatively, it's a much more affordable place for young families to buy their home.
School district has not built a neighborhood school since 2010.
In Douglas County, what is being built are massive neighborhoods.
We went from kind of this lull to houses popping up like crazy.
Which is why voters will be asked if they want to help pay for 3 new elementary schools and expand 2 middle schools.
The rate that these houses are going up, 3 years from now, we have schools that will be at 150, 160% capacity.
At the same time, though, Jeffco is so big, it is experiencing both ends of the problem.
But the declining enrollment areas are, I can't pick up an elementary school and move it 20 miles south.
And while districts are planning for the now, they know these neighborhoods will grow up and will be faced with similar tough decisions.
Long way down the road.
So when you look at the state data, the state population is predicted to keep growing. But if you look specifically 0 to 17 years old, it doesn't actually increase significantly. The state says birth rates are actually down. That school-age population reached its peak in Colorado in 2018. So you are going to see that population kind of grow and then slow down in certain neighborhoods. But that's matching what the districts are saying, that they know that some of these areas you're just going to grow up and all of a sudden you won't have as many kids going to school there.
So in the moment of the crunch, what are they doing with the students?
Right, and you have to deal with it, right? It's about the immediate and then planning for the long term. Both the districts we talked to have been turned down before by voters for that financial help. Yeah. So both are dealing with overcrowding. Some of them are getting on buses, going to schools that are further away. Those classrooms also crowded. You're starting to see portables go up at some of these schools as well, which is not ideal, but they're just trying to find space for them.
Sure, until voters decide whether they want to build or not. All right, Anusha, thank you.